And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our final fight and main event of the evening. This one is for the interim heavyweight FNC title. Please welcome firstly to the blue corner from Portugal, Jorgan, the Mad Titan de Castro!
Hailing from Portugal, but fights out of Boston, Massachusetts. Born in Cape Verde. Well, a lot of heritage surrounding this man, the 36-year-old Jorgan de Castro. He's a UFC and PFL veteran. He's a KO artist. Got a victory over Justin Tafa on his UFC debut. Worked a lot on his grappling in the last few years, notably winning 2 grappling contests. He holds an injury TKO win over former UFC champion Junior Dos Santos and proved he has a tricky guillotine when he took on Bellator's veteran Sean Asher. 8 of 11 wins via KO, so he may have worked on his ground game, but he quite clearly doesn't like using it. Counter striker, loves to work near the cage, comes tonight on a 2-fight win streak, and he has signed a multi-fight contract with FNC. So a lot to see from this big boy.
Yeah, very, very, very big fighter, and it's intriguing to see just the kind of way he's able to cover the distance, being that big, moving his head when he throws his shots. Has a nice 4-3. I want to see him use his ring craft a little bit more. He's definitely been in there with a high level of competition, but he has to be a little bit more crafty in this fight, I think, especially given what happened last time with Fabjan and Stosic. He might feel on paper he's the more seasoned MMA fighter, and he can have confidence from his experience, but I want to see him go in there tonight and kind of dance and feel things out. Certainly looking at what happened last time, so maybe he gets the wrestling going. That could be a nice one against Fabjan too.
And now please welcome to the cage in the red corner from Slovenia, Miran, slorocky Fabjan!
Fabjan steps into this match after the injury of FNC heavyweight champion Ivan Vitasovic. Now, interestingly, he trained with Vitasovic, and in the training camp, he played the role of De Castro. So he's emphasized that he knows every move of his now opponent. Local talent in this main event, he hails from nearby Slovenia. 39-year-old transitioned from pro kickboxing in 2023. I used to commentate Miran at old WFC events. Power is the go-to, and this man has more power than a small nuclear plant. If he hits you clean, off go the lights. All 4 of his MMA wins were knockouts, and his only recent misstep was a loss to Darko Stosic. That was last June at the Belgrade Arena, which, Stosic being Stosic, well, that can all be forgiven. Bit of a cheeky face-off at the weigh-in. He gifted De Castro a printout of the working hours of the traumatology department of the Pula hospital. I don't know whether we should have hung on to it, because I'm looking at his opponent, and De Castro, well, looks like he could do the job. He's not a natural heavyweight, is he, Fabjan?
No, and that's again what made the last fight so impressive, his athleticism and understanding of the timing and distance, being a little bit lighter. He's not the cleanest fighter out there, but he packs a ton of power, and he can win, I think, with straight punches. That right hand down the middle is money. Found Darko's chin. I think he can find De Castro's chin too.
The slugger is a fighter. He's guns, he's guns gung-ho. Let's see.
Final fight, our main event of the evening. evening, this bout for the interim FNC heavyweight title. This bout will be contested over five-minute rounds. Your referee in charge when the action gets underway is Alexander Zolic. Introducing to you firstly in the blue corner, 36 years of age. He stands at 188 centimeters tall. With 16 professional bouts and 11 wins and only 5 defeats. He's representing Regiment Training Center from Portugal. Please welcome the Mad Titan, Jorgan de Castro! And opposing him on the other side of the cage, fighting into the red corner, 39 years of age. He stands at 182 centimeters tall. His MMA record with 7 fights, 4 wins and 3 defeats. He's representing Croatian free fighters in Pula by way of Slovenia. It's Miran, slorocky, Fabjan. Both fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
You know the rules. Listen to my command all the time. When I said stop, you stop. Touch gloves if you want. Go to your corner.
Those are the numbers. Fabjan slightly older at 39. Record of De Castro, a little bit more impressive in terms of numbers. But whether this goes the distance, I don't know. It was a big ask for Fabjan to step up. He's very big at the weight, De Castro. And as I said, he's not a natural heavyweight for me, Miran Fabjan. But he could do this, but the weight deficit, I think, is going to be just too much and too big an ask.
De Castro's got to make sure he gets Fabjan moving left or right, chop hard with the kicks. Fabjan is very, very simple. Straight punches beat those looping punches if he can get in the inside. Timing, timing, timing.
Taking his time to get in, De Castro. And, paying an awful lot of respect to Fabjan. That's the leg up high. Moves well for a big lad. And Fabjan testing. De Castro very wary. Low kick. And, very patient, De Castro. Not rushing in. Sizing things up. And this level, this pace suits Fabjan very well. Big leaping right hand from De Castro. He'll have to do better than that. And, just looking for one shot won't do the job. And, well, maybe Miran Fabjan doesn't need that weight as a counterpoint here. If he works his way in, he's got the power. He can hit the sweet spot. Well, he could topple the big guy. The big guy's showing an awful lot of respect. Fabjan walking his man down. And there's confidence for you. Goes for the body. Comes upstairs. Well, interesting. De Castro not looking that sharp in his defense.
It's what I expected, though. I expected a bit of a feeling out process and then an explosion. De Castro's either going to leap in with those hooks or kick really hard, or Fabjan's going to find money straight down the middle and counter him. That's what's at stake here.
Headhunting Fabjan. Seeing if he can find a way in. Big overhand right. Fabjan doing a good job of stalking his man. Make no mistake, De Castro very cautious. And you'd think that he'd have more to offer here. Oh, he got tagged there, down he goes. Can Fabjan finish it? Well, that was a chin like glass. De Castro could be finished here. Fabjan on the ground and pound in the first round. He could be the new interim heavyweight champion here at FNC. He's done it! That's it, it's all over! Miran Fabjan What an explosive night out. Oh, that was fireworks.
That was beautiful, the way that he left in and caught that left hook. Amazing. It was kind of what we expected from De Castro, was to leap in with those hooks, and it was Miran Fabjan. Perfect. It was one punch that changed the whole calculus. That's heavyweight MMA for you.
Well, this is the finish. Double hammer fists. Punches being fired in. And I have to say, Jorgan De Castro didn't seem to have any kind of strategy in place here. He was tagged with that shot. And, well, it was a good left hand, but it wasn't a showstopper. And De Castro in all kinds of trouble. No recovery. And Fabjan finishes it. What a comeback from that defeat against Stosic. And as you said, Chris, he's got a puncher's chance because he nearly put Stosic away. But tonight, it's Miran Fabjan's night. That was, well, it was a great day in the office. One round, and absolutely great finish there. Miran Fabjan does it. And Jorgan De Castro's signed a multi-fight deal here. I don't know where he goes.
Yeah, for sure. He'd been very active this year. I think it was his 4th fight this year. He had I think one or two canceled in addition. So he's been steady training, steady competing, but he just looks a little bit hesitant. Maybe the lights kind of caught him. He had the bright light syndrome. He was certainly a little bit gun shy and pulling the trigger. So ultimately, Miran Fabjan with a leaping left hook. I didn't necessarily see it coming like that because Fabjan just, I don't think De Castro really felt at home tonight, and that was a great performance from Miran Fabjan to capitalize on that uncertainty.
Well, he's on the phone. He's commentating his own, taking the headphones of our Croatian counterparts, and he's commentating his own fight. Plus announcing his victory on the phone. Right, well look, great performance from Miran Fabjan, and we have a new interim heavyweight title here in Pula. What an arena, what an event, and what a handful, Miran Fabjan.
It's a slow, rocky world, and everyone's just living in it tonight.
Well, unbelievable. Even Miran Fabjan can't believe it. So he was looking at the long haul, Miran, but it was a cake that was walked. And that's it. Easy night in the office. And as I say, we'll see in a replay later on the tail of the tape just how devastating that left hand must have been, but it looked so innocuous. And there was the man that he should have been fighting, De Castro, Vitasevic. Vitasevic in the camp of Miran Fabjan, and as Fabjan had stated, to help Vitasevic train, he took the role of De Castro, and that's why he said he knew anything and everything that De Castro could bring to this. Yeah, a big night for Miran Fabjan.
And ironic that he used one of De Castro's signature techniques to win that fight, you know, leaping left hook.
Yeah, he was all at sea, wasn't he, De Castro? He just didn't settle into it. So big up Miran Fabjan. Slorocky does it here tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end comes after 3 minutes and 8 seconds completed of the opening round. Your winner by way of TKO in the red corner. And he's the interim FNC heavyweight champion, Miran slorocky Fabjan! And show your appreciation for our runner-up, Jorgan De Castro.
Wow. It's a night of gracious activity as Miran Fabjan gives the belt to Vitasevic. Between him and Vaso Bakacevic, they're giving away everything, including the kitchen sink.
Graciousness and thoughtful thinking, just what the world needs more of, Will. And heavy metal music too, right?
Fury's still out. So, there's the announcement. There's the team. There's the belt. There's one of the promotional owners, Mr. Bob Berman. Who'll take the belt? I don't know, but Ivan Vatasovic is looking after it for the moment. Let's have a word with Rocky. Let's see what he's got to say.
Slorocky, čestitam od srca, velika pobjeda za tebe protiv jednog od najboljih svjetskih teškaša, doslovce. Evo, neću te ništa pitati, daću tebi mikrofon i onako ćeš to učiniti bolje od mene.
Ljudi, slušajte. Došao je jedan Joker ovdje u gradu Pulu i rekao da će ima više fanova od Fabjana. Tako neka Joker sad uđe na hostage territory i da mu dobro zažviždimo. Ajmo za Jokerja! Buuu! Ajmo! Jače! 3, 4, buuu!
Jokerica. Veliko pojačanje FNC-a. Inače, meč dogovoren za Zagreb 11. mjesec. Fabjana smo čuli. Iliću, šta ti kažeš?
Pa iskreno, jako mi je drago što je Fabjan pobedio i pogotovo zbog Zelga i njegovog tima, jer njih najviše volim u celoj regiji. Ali mislim da je Castro jako loš borac, jako loš. I ono što sam vidio, ovo Miranovo izdanje, neće mu dobro biti 23.11. u Zagreb Areni. Tako da, do ovog vikenda sam bio Miranov fan, bit ću opet, ali u Zagrebu ćemo morati biti neprijatelji bar tih 15 minuta koliko budemo delili oktagon.
Ja poštujem Ilketa, obožavam cijeli Fight Company, ili ljudi moji, Ilke pada kao... Idemo još jednom jače, molim vas jače. Ilke pada!
Dame i gospodo, sjajna najava zapravo za 23.11. kao što ste čuli. Miran slorocky Fabjan protiv Aleksandra Jokera Ilića, jedan od najiščekivanijih mečeva definitivno u FNC povijesti. Vama se zahvaljujemo na, naravno, punoj areni i naravno da se vidimo do godine. Hvala vam lijepo.